Okay, go.
Okay, great. Well, hello everyone. My name is Mary Book. I am a member of the Professional Women's Alliance of St. Louis. I'm a co-chair of the membership committee, and I'd like to welcome all of our new members who are able to attend today. The purpose of this little meeting is to just kind of get you oriented and acquainted with the organization you just joined, and to let you know what's going on, what kind of events we have for you, what kind of programs you can participate in. And we also have at the end of this presentation an opportunity to get together in small groups so we can share, so you can share a little bit more about your reasons for joining, what business you are in, what you hope to get out of this, just so we can do a little bit more personal networking with you all while we're still navigating this face-to-face versus virtual world these days. So thank you again for coming and spending your time with us today. So what I'd like to do now is turn over the next few slides, if you're okay with that, to Lucy Sullivan, who is our current president of the Professional Women's Alliance, and just kind of talk through what the mission is, what the goals of the group are, and just kind of offer a personal welcome and introduction to her. So Lucy, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm ready.
Great.
And Julie, I don't see the PowerPoint up on my screen yet. I'm not sure. I may be missing a piece here. But while she pulls that,
I would say I don't see it either.
Yeah, have I not shared? Okay, I thought I was sharing. So
Not yet.
hang on then. Okay, so let me get back to the screen. That would be okay. So
we see the PowerPoint. So while Mary's getting that set up, my name is Lucy Sullivan. I'm the president this year of Professional Women's Alliance, and I just wanted to welcome everybody for coming. We're so glad that you joined our group, and we hope to tell you all the ins and outs about it and really how to get involved. So just to tell you a little bit about PWA, really our mission for the organization is to be more than a networking group. We want to be a ground for women to really have and find professional development within our organization, but we also want to make sure that you're developing yourself personally too. So I know when I joined PWA a couple of years ago, not only was I able to find a bunch of mentors, some of them in this meeting, but I found a lot of individuals that I became friends with in the long run. So I hope that you have the same experience as I did. So just to tell you a little bit about our vision for the future, there are bullet points up here, but we really want to make sure that we have women's voices that are heard by the community. And we want to be an organization of choice for professional women and provide different opportunities for you all to expand your network. We want to learn and understand the types of business that you're in and who you're looking to connect with, and really hope to be able to help you do that. We also want to make sure that we're providing different avenues that you'll hear a little bit more about in both personal management and leadership capabilities. And then you'll hear more about this too, but we have visibility in the community, and the reason that we're in this group is we do want to give back. So you'll hear a lot about the charities in the community that we essentially work with. And if you do come to some of our events, which hopefully we'll see you in person or in Zoom throughout the rest of the year, you'll notice that the theme on all these events are to live and learn. And the reason that we chose this theme is because last year it was just such an evolving world. There were so many things that we hadn't seen before, and everybody had to kind of roll with the punches. So this year our theme is to live and learn along the way. So you'll see a lot of different speakers who are speaking to that.
Well, thank you, Lucy. Thanks for giving an intro to PWA. So what we want to do now is give our new members an opportunity to do a 10-second introduction to themselves. As the different board members speak during their piece, we'll give them an opportunity to do the 10-second introduction. And then, like I said, at the end of the meeting, when we break out into our little groups, we can have the time to expound a little bit longer on your profession, your networking, requirements and all of that. So I will start. So I'll start with a short introduction. My name is Mary Book. I am actually a corporate member with IBM. I chose PWA because the corporation chose PWA to be a corporate member for all of the reasons that Lucy was going through, a great professional development experience and a great way to network with local women in St. Louis. And yes, I've joined a PWA committee. I am, as I said, the co-chair of the membership committee. So we'll go through the list. Julie, do you have the list of the new members, kind of who's been admitted? Because I haven't been able to keep track of that.
Yes.
You just kind of call them up. Thank you.
Yes. So the first one would be Elizabeth or Libby Beldner.
Hi, I'm Libby Beldner. I work with the Humane Society of Missouri. I'm from St. Louis. I've lived here most of my life. And the predominant part of why I joined is because I actually manage an affinity group that is for professional women with my job. And I didn't know about you all until I was doing some research and found out more about you and just couldn't wait to get involved.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Next would be Sadie Carrera.
Hi, I'm Sadie Carrera. Forgive me for not having my video on. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but I just couldn't miss coming here. I currently work for Anders CPA and Advisors. I work in regulatory compliance for financial institutions. I go around and audit them to make sure that they are following and they are compliant with federal regulations. I've been in the industry, in the loan and mortgage and just all around loan industry for more than 26 years. And I've seen PWA pop up here and there. And when I found out that Anders is a sponsor and we become members, I was very excited to get involved. So I'm looking forward to my future ahead with PWA.
Great. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Diane Seals.
Hi there. I work for a local engineering company. It's called MECS. I'm a mechanical engineer, and my sister-in-law was actually involved in PWA last year, and so I decided to join this year. Just trying to get a little bit more involved. My kids are getting older, and I need to start finding some other activities to do. So yeah, just looking to get more involved, and I joined the golf league, and that's been a blast so far. So that's it.
Great. Well, welcome. Who's
Thank
your
you.
sister-in-law that was here last?
Lisa Lowy.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Next we have Vivian Sierra.
Hi, I'm Vivian Sierra. I am a therapist, and I was badgered by Julie to join, so I decided to, no, that's not true. But she did encourage me, and I went to the golf tournament last year and had a really good time, and have been thinking about it. I guess I got a little off track with COVID. I didn't think it was, I think that was it. It wasn't I didn't think it was the best time to join. So I'm back here now, and you know, just something I've wanted to do for a while.
Welcome.
Okay. Welcome. And then we have Caitlin. Is it Martinez or?
Yeah, it's Martinez. Yeah, it's just spelled with an S instead of a Z. But I too am becoming a member through a corporate membership. So I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones. I'm from St. Louis originally, and I lived in Colorado for about 10 years. And when I moved back, I really realized that everyone I knew here was from high school, and maybe I needed to branch out a little bit. And I did a lot of networking. I was in the event planning world when I lived in Denver. And so I did a lot of networking when I was there, and I really missed it. And so I'm super excited to be a part of this group, and also like help with the volunteer stuff too. You know, I think that was something that was really lacking in my time in Denver. And so I'm excited to get involved with that also.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to PWA. And then last we have Kathy Sexton. Oh, we have one more just joining, so we'll have one more after Kathy.
Yeah, I'm Kathy Sexton, and I'm a productivity and profit specialist, and I work with small business owners who are overworked, overwhelmed, and underpaid. So I've been a member of PWA in the past for quite a few years, and then I've been away for quite a few years. So I'm glad to be back and look forward to getting more involved.
Great. And then we have Lori Drury that just joined us.
Hi everyone, sorry I'm late.
Yeah.
Yes, I was introduced to PWA and I missed the question of what we're talking about, but I assume it's an introduction, right?
And second introduction.
Perfect. Susan Conrad introduced me to PWA pre-pandemic, and then with the virtual nature, I was able to join a lot of the sessions and really enjoyed them, and you know, connected with a lot of people. So it's been very beneficial. And then finally, as Nicole can attest, finally just made the commitment and signed up as a member. So thanks for having me.
We are very happy to have you.
Yes. All right, Mary, that I believe I have all the new members. Did I miss anyone?
I don't think you did. No,
Okay.
seems like we've heard from everyone. So thank you so much. And like I said, we'll have more time for sharing at the end of the discussion. So what we'll do now is go through a myriad of ways in which you can get involved in PWA. So it's the events that we host, committees you can join, just different ways to make the most of your membership. And if you have questions, just speak up. There are plenty of people who will be able to help you and answer your questions. So the first committee we want to talk about, or the first set of activities, is the Philanthropic Committee. And I'm going to turn this over for a few minutes to Phyllis Jaudes, who is the chair of our Philanthropic Committee. So Phyllis, if you want to take a few minutes to intro yourself and then talk about your committee, that'd be great.
Sure. I'm a lawyer with a big law firm, Hush Blackwell, and I'm actually one of their in-house lawyers, which means I don't actually have to network for my job, which is all well and good, except I realized I grew up in St. Louis and then lived most of my adult life elsewhere on the coasts. And I realized that I had no friends except work friends and high school friends. So not much better than you, Caitlin. And I thought I needed to branch out a bit. So I really joined to make friends, and it's been a great place to make friends because there's a bunch of really dynamic, terrific, wonderful women that I've gotten to know. And for me, the best way to have gotten to know people is through the committees. I'm actually on two committees. I chair the Philanthropy Committee, and I'm also on the Mentoring Committee. And for me, at least, those small group settings are the best way to really get to know people, and seeing people month after month, you really get to feel like you're developing friendships, developing real relationships. Perhaps because I don't have to and maybe don't work at it as hard as I could, I don't feel like I'm the best networker in the world. So at our networking events, I really enjoy talking to people, but feel like I don't make a deeper connection. And on the committees, I feel like I really have. So I encourage you to get involved. And I will also say I became chair of the Philanthropy Committee after being in the group for about 10 months. And so, you know, jump right in with both feet, because I've also had great experiences as a committee chair. You're on the board, and that's another place where I've really built some really great relationships with amazing people. So the Philanthropy Committee, when we're not in a pandemic, we put on 2 to 4 events per year. And our goal with the events is to do good in the community, but also provide an opportunity for community building within our group. So we have done things like prepared, usually on an annual basis, we've prepared meals at the Ronald McDonald House in the Central West End. So we have the fun of cooking together, and then after we feed the families that live there, that are living there, we also get a chance to eat dinner together and visit together. We've been doing, these photos are from World Food Day, which up until last year was an annual event where you would pack food bins of different types of food, some of them for local families and organizations, and others that went overseas. And it's a very fun event. And we would go out afterwards for drinks. And I will say, we're clearly the fun committee, because when we're not pandemicking, we have our monthly meetings at Rosalita's Cantina. So I want to encourage you, if you're interested in chips and margaritas, that we're clearly the committee to join in that case. And this year, just last night, Sonia was mentioning it when we first got on, we did a fundraiser called Cooking for a Cause, which was a virtual cooking class by a woman chef, Terry Roberts, who's a former PWA member and owns and runs Adeline's Kitchen, a catering business. And that was really fun. Last year we had a couple of fun drives, but we didn't have activities except for having virtual meetings monthly. So that was a little frustrating, but I'm hoping we're getting towards seeing a return to real life as more people get vaccinated and the infection rates go down. So maybe we may even be able to do World Food Day this fall, I'm hoping. But I think the cooking class was such fun that even if we can't, we may try and do another virtual event and see if we can do that as a fundraiser as well. So that's what we're up to.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And the next activity I'm going to talk through kind of is also a in a part a philanthropic activity. It's our masquerade auction that we are going to be holding this year on October 28th at the Doubletree in Chesterfield for the benefit of Lydia's House. So Lydia's House is a shelter for women who are experiencing domestic violence. And we have had a fundraising event for them for several years. I've been with PWA for enough years to remember when it was Cinco de Mayo, and then it turned into Derby Days. And with COVID, we've moved it back this year to the fall to just hopefully accommodate again an in-person event later on in the fall. It's a really, really fun event. It is, it's an auction, a silent auction, a dinner, a fund a need program. Someone help me if there's anything else I've forgotten. Oh, the wine pull. So it's everything that you would associate with a fun auction, with proceeds going to charity, speakers from Lydia's House with testimonial as to how we've positively been able to affect the lives of the women who are in that unfortunate circumstance. It's just a really fun evening. Bring a guest, bring a friend. It's a really fun event to look forward to. I always have a good time. So it will be in the fall this year. And I believe in 2022, I had a slide in there that I guess isn't going to show up. We're going to have Derby Days again in 2022, and we'll move that event back to the spring. So mark your calendars for October 28th. Next up, I would like to introduce one of our past presidents, Leslie Garvin, who's kind of been in charge of the Conversations, Connections, and Cocktails event that was mostly virtual last year. I thought it was a great event, periodically held throughout the year. Leslie, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mary.
Sure.
So for those who don't know me, my name is Leslie Garvin, and I am a past president of PWA. It's my honor and privilege to be the committee chair for two committees. One of them is Conversations, Connections, and Cocktails, and the other one is the Scholarship Committee, which we'll be talking about a little bit later. So Conversations, Connections, and Cocktails, we meet 3 to 4 times a year, and it's an event where you can network and meet other people. It's also an event, thus the conversations piece, make connections, and have cocktails. So typically we meet 3 to 4 times a year. We do like to meet in person. Last year we were able to do one event in person and the others had to be virtual due to the pandemic. And each time we have a different topic that we talk about. So for example, just a couple months ago, we talked about, in line with the Live and Learn theme, we talked about what have you learned from other women? What have you taught other women? What women have inspired you and why? So it was just basically kind of a table topics. If you're a Toastmaster, it's kind of put a topic out there and start having conversations about it. Our next event will be on August 3rd. I anticipate that event will probably be reading an article or maybe a short book. I got to decide what that's going to be. So not a lot of prep work will be needed. And then you just show up. It's bring your own cocktail. If we still have it virtually in August, that's to be determined. and come and make connections, have conversations, cocktails, and talk about the topic or the article that we're going to be discussing. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. And you actually get to stay on because the next the next slide is the scholarship fund.
Even better. All right. So the scholarship fund. I'm happy to say that in addition to what Phyllis talked about with the philanthropic events that we have, another way that we give back to the community is we actually have a PWA scholarship. Last year was the first year that we awarded it. This year it's the second year that we're awarding it. So what the scholarship is we accept applications from people that are interested in the scholarship, and the scholarship amounts that are awarded are anywhere from $500 to $5,000. We typically accept applications from January to March, and then we provide responses to the applicants in April, so then they can have their scholarship ready to be paid out to their educational needs by, you know, the May-June timeframe. Typically, it's for people that are, it could be members of PWA, non-members of PWA, family members of PWA, friends of PWA, people that just need some extra assistance. It may be helping with tuition. It may be helping with books that they need for their courses. And it could be for someone that's starting a new career, someone that's out of high school, someone that's starting a new career later on in life. So, so definitely spread the word about it. We will be still doing the scholarship fund next year as well. The people in the committee, we basically receive the applications, discuss the applicants, and then decide who we're going to award the scholarships to. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you so much. So the next committee we wanted to talk about is mentoring. Phyllis, I know you mentioned that you were part of the mentoring committee, and we do not have available the chairs of these committees to talk today. So
Actually,
are you
Mary,
comfortable?
Mary,
I think Nicole's on.
I'm here.
Nicole, go right ahead. I just didn't realize that you were able to join. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. I'm Nicole Lewis, and I joined PWA because I'm a transplant to St. Louis. I'm brand new here, moving here from Tulsa, and it gave me an opportunity to connect with some really amazing women, and I'm very excited to be a part of this group. The mentoring committee is one of our subgroups, and it's really a great opportunity. We have some very talented, amazing women in our group, and it's an opportunity to be paired up with someone who can help you grow and develop both as a person and also in your career, and help focus your career path, give you some great advice, help you learn from things that they've learned either the hard way or, you know, other ways that they've seen in business just based on experience. And we will be kicking off in May. It's an annual program, but you get a chance to be paired up and meet with someone a few times a month and learn from them and learn and grow from each other. And we usually accept applications in the first of the year.
Thank you. Are you still accepting applications? I know we were talking about that at one of the board meetings.
At this point, we are going to be pairing everyone up this afternoon. We probably could take an application or two if someone wanted to join, but we're very excited. We're going to have 9 pairs this year. So we have
great.
A lot of wonderful women.
Wow, that's great. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. So next up as far as an activity is the golf league. So I am going to say right here, I have finally joined the golf league this year. I know my co-chair, Rachel Jeep, has been a member of the golf league for a few years. And I know Lucy and other board members are too. And it is a lot of fun. And supposedly it's no pressure, because I hope that's the case, because I am not a very good golfer at all. So I'm excited to do this. I went and participated in the golf tournament in the fall. So the golf tournament is another fundraising activity we do for philanthropy, for our sponsored or charitable organization, Lydia's House. But the golf league is a nice social event. You can play 2 times a month or 1 time a month through April through September at Normandy Golf Club. I do not know if we are still accepting members. I doubt it, but I don't know if there's a substitution list, so I wish I knew more. The person who generally heads up this committee is not able to join us today. So if you have questions like that, just feel free to ask one of us and we'll get back to you on that. But
and I can jump in on that, Mary, too. So usually by the end of the year, I think the golf league sign up begins, I think in January, but you'll start to see a bunch of emails about it. And I personally joined the golf league probably my first year into PWA, and I had never like swung a golf club before. So it was a really great way to, the PWA ladies told me and taught me how to play. And it was really a no pressure thing. So if you've never played golf before and there's some interest there, I highly recommend. And I've been able to at least try to play in some tournaments from there. So let us know. And if you can't make it for this year, we'll definitely see you at hopefully we'll see you at the golf tournament at some point.
Social events, these are just fun events that are held throughout the year, just for specific means of getting together to have fun. I don't think we held a lot of social events last year due to the pandemic. Unfortunately, I think one of those that was able to be held at the beginning of the year was the escape room. So I know they did that. I know in the past, there have been winery trips. Someone else help me out here, because that is one thing I know that the social committee would be looking forward to probably start up some more activities like this at the latter part of the year when we get through the pandemic and are able to meet more in person. So
yeah,
keep
Mary,
your
one
eyes
of our most popular events in the past has been wine and chocolate. So we've done that like I think in the February or March timeframe, and that one tends to sell out very quickly. So.
Yes. Thank you, Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
So the next couple slides I want to spend some time on are what most of us or some of us think of as kind of the heart of the PWA program, and that's all of the professional development opportunities that you are afforded by your membership. So I know one of the things that I personally got really involved with at the very outset of my membership 9 years ago was the Signature Series luncheon. I find them to be just a very, very valuable use of my time, not just for the networking, but for the speakers that come and present at this luncheon who share either their career history, their tips and tricks on how they've progressed in a career, or they are just plain very interesting women that have great stories to tell. And it's just utterly fascinating to me. I'm always in awe of our committee, the programming committee, that's able to gather such great speakers and talk and present such an informative session to our members. We've had female police captains in the St. Louis Police Force talk to us. We've had judges from St. Louis talk to us. The state auditor of Missouri spoke a couple of years ago. It's just been a really, really fascinating and good use of my time. So I highly recommend this. The luncheons right now are held on Wednesdays. I think we have 5 or 6 of them during the year. They're at Fleming's Restaurant in Frontenac, so you do get a really good lunch. So you can count on that. Anyway, I just wanted to put the plug in for the Signature Series luncheon. I think that's one of our premier events, and I believe we are going to try an evening event this year for Signature Series, because we've had some feedback from our membership that sometimes lunch is a little bit difficult to get away for. So we're going to try an evening event this year as well. Here we go. There's the upcoming dates, so you can go ahead and mark those on your calendar, and our next event will be the 9th of June. Skill Builders are another really good professional development event. They're held periodically throughout the year, and usually they're held in the mornings. We've had our first Skill Builder event in person this year. I was not able to attend personally, but I know that it was a success. This is an opportunity for us to bring in a speaker on specific topics. I know I've attended events for Skill Builder that were about creating a usable LinkedIn profile, a profile that helps you achieve your objectives if you're out there looking for a new position or doing some marketing for your own firm. I highly recommend the Skill Builder events. Again, I don't know how many of these are held per year. I know there's at least 3, possibly 4 that are held, and they are generally morning events. The next, oh, here we go. We just have a couple. I'm sorry. We have the next one coming up is May 20th, and then we'll have another one in November. So mark those on your calendar. Leadership training is held once per year in March. And again, that's kind of another, it's a little bit more in-depth than a Skill Builder. We specifically focus on leadership training, leadership topics, and have outside speakers come in to provide that education for you. We had this event also in person in March, so we don't have any other leadership training sessions coming up. The next topic of training sessions are ones that we started new as of last year with COVID and the need to pivot to all sorts of virtual events versus in-person events. These have proven to be really successful. So these are virtual training sessions. There's no charge associated with them at all. They're the first Thursday of every month, just on various topics. And we call from our membership to actually present these training sessions. So if you have a session or an expertise or a skill that you'd like to share with everyone in PWA, you can contact the chairs of the programming committee and offer your services. And they've been proven to be just, really, really helpful, really successful. You get a wide audience because they're virtual. And hopefully some of you have attended these events and can vouch for their helpfulness. Symposium is a once-a-year event. This year it will be held on July 14th. It's an afternoon event, and what this event does is it really gives an opportunity for our local PWA membership to expand on their skills and offer the benefit of their experience and their training and their expertise in an in-person forum. I have attended this several times in the past. It's along the lines of a conference where we have have the speakers speak to certain topics, and then you're allowed to go into breakout sessions to get maybe pick and choose some sessions that would be really valuable to you in your own personal professional development. Again, it's a highlighting an opportunity for us as an organization to give the benefit of our own skills that we have to helpfully further develop help you develop your own professional development. So again, a really good and a really good networking event. After the event, it's hors d'oeuvres and drinks and ability to just really connect with the speakers who've presented to you. I want to turn this over to a member of the membership committee to just talk about the membership committee itself. So I'm going to turn it over to Kelly Reese, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and talk a little bit about our membership committee.
Great, thanks, Mary. My name is Kelly Reese, and I'm the owner of Rise Up and Live Wellness. I am a health, life, and mindset master coach and speaker, and I love being a part of the membership committee. And the membership committee acts as a voice for PWA, and we are on the committee to welcome all new members. We reach out to guests and encourage them to join. We also work in partnership with marketing to promote individual memberships as well as corporate memberships. As you've heard, we have several corporate members on today, which is wonderful. We also organize and plan at least 3 new member orientations per year. Sometimes they're in person, which we hope, one of the next ones coming up will be in person. That way we can, really meet each other. Overall, the membership committee allows the opportunity to get directly involved with our members and to ensure that PWA is meeting their needs. We do this with ongoing communication with new and existing members to increase member satisfaction and retention.
Thank you.
And as a member, on the committee, we meet once a month. And I don't know, Mary, maybe we need to start going to the Cantina place. Just saying.
I think we should. We've done a really good job of having Zoom meetings for the entire year, and I am ready to see people in person. So I think we're going to have to start doing that soon.
Mary and Rachel are the co-chairs of the membership committee, and they are delightful. We always have great meetings. So I encourage anyone to join if they're interested in being part of new membership.
Yes, you become a sales rep for the organization is what I like to tell all the committee members. You know, we are the voice and face for our new members and all of the guests that come and attend our events. So I know I've kind of perhaps gone through a little quickly about all the different options that are available for you before we break into small groups. Were there any questions that anybody had or anything from the board members that I perhaps have forgotten to talk about? I'm leaving it open for anybody. You've got a question or comment.
Hey guys, my name is Michelle and I am a part of the social media marketing committee. Right now it's just myself, so we are looking for a committee to join me in helping do some of the marketing for PWA. A lot of it's social media posting. So if you have a passion for social media or like creating content, I'd love to have you and work with you.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that we have actually attracted more than one member through the efforts of that committee. So kudos to you, Michelle, and hopefully you'll have some help. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and break into smaller groups. And we've kind of already designated people to be in particular groups. So there will be a board member in a group, a member of the membership committee in the group. And it's really time for you, the new members, to just have a more focused conversation around what, why you joined PWA, maybe what you want to find out, what you want to network and let people know about yourself, and we can share that with you. So we're going to do that for about 10-15 minutes, and then we're going to come back for just some final thoughts and get together. So I am going to turn it over to Julie to break us up into groups, and I probably did not give a good introduction at all to Julie Ho, who is our Director of Operations, who is, I think, the brains behind the scenes of all of the logistics and the collecting of the fees and knowing who is going where. And she is just the brains behind the organization. I know if I ever need a question answered, I can go to Julie. So Julie, let me know if I have to stop screen sharing in order to get people to be moved into groups. Or
nope, we are ready.
Okay. All righty, sounds great.
Fun, guys.
Okay.
Julie, is it just you and me?
Yeah, so let me see what room you were supposed to be in.
Okay.
You should have gone to room 4. So let me put you in there.
Thank you, dear.
Uh-huh. Why is not? There we are. All right, so I'm putting you in 4. Hi.
And then you go under my account and sign in, and you'll see here this is exactly what you'll be looking at then, and you can go in and view my directory entry form. I actually had this open before, but I had to move over to something else when I was in my small group. But it allows you to go in and put in a picture of yourself, who you currently work for and what your role is. There's a lot of different things that you can put in there. It's always nice to add a picture if you can, or your company logo, and what your contact information is via mobile phone or work phone and emails. You can put in your social media links such as LinkedIn or Facebook. And you can do a quick little biography about yourself so that other members can kind of get to know you. Because we have the members join in, we have the board, on this call, and we get to meet everybody, but it's since we've been so unable to get together face to face, it's really nice that we can kind of go out and actually see who are other members. So it just allows you to make it a public visibility piece, and you submit it and you're able to edit it at any time. So I would highly suggest doing that. I realized on the last new member call that I hadn't done mine yet. So I went out and actually put one on there.
So Sonia, something else to add, if I may, is
Sure.
you know, within PWA, we like to support each other's businesses, especially women-owned businesses. So I've heard of members, and I've done the same thing. We go into the member directory. If I'm looking for a lawyer or I'm looking for someone in finance, you can go to the directory, and that's how you can support your local women-owned businesses or women that are in business versus just Googling, you know, industries in general.
Great idea. I do that a lot. So that's kind of, I think, is there anything else you wanted me to cover, Mary?
Nope, I think that would be it.
Okay.
Thank you. You know, and we will get a copy of this presentation to the new members, which will have our email addresses and our phone numbers. If you have any more questions, believe me, we are here to try to help you answer those questions, navigate, get you to the right place. It's just really, really nice to have all our new members with us, and we just really hope that you get a lot out of the membership. Personally, I get a lot out of it, and I just wanted to share that with all of you as well. So thank you so much for your time. I don't really have anything else to cover. It's up to you if there's any last questions or comments that anybody wants to make.
Lucy, the president of PWA, she had to run to a meeting, but she wanted me to extend her congratulations and welcome to the new members, and she looks forward to seeing everyone in the future, whether it's virtual or in person.
Yep.
Can we have Jasmine introduce herself? She arrived after we did the member intros.
Sure, sure.
Hi.
Hi.
I was hoping that I can, you know, escape that. Okay.
No, you can't. No.
My name's Jasmine. Yeah. So, I'm married. I have 2 boys. I'm an attorney, and I'm getting into the 3rd year of practicing law. So I am a trust and estate attorney, and the reason, the most important reason for me to, you know, join PWA is like, I believe this is the right timing for me to start, you know, reaching out, do some networking, and also I oftentimes, I'm not sure, I know there's another attorney, in-house counsel here at this meeting. But I'm not sure she would agree with me, but a lot of time when I go to meetings, you know, either with clients or other, you know, attorneys, I oftentimes happen to be the only woman in the room. So I just feel like, you know, I want to connect to more professional women, simply to, you know, make more friends, and also to learn from each other, given that this is really early, you know, not age-wise, but experience-wise, like, you know, early in my career. Yeah. Yeah, so, and also I'm actually try to find a way that I can kind of contribute to the local communities. So I just think PWA can, you guys mentioned about Lydia House, and I am currently serving on the Taiwanese Women's Association. I just joined them this year, and I believe they had an event, something about Lydia House before, either donating stuff to them or volunteer at their Christmas event to cook for the families. I'm not sure. I will need to double check with the president since I'm still new joining that organization. But mainly, I just want to, you know, connect to more professional women here.
Great, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome. Yes, thank you so much. We hope that you get a lot out of your membership.
Okay.
Yeah, we really welcome you.
Thank you.
Anything else from anyone? All right, well, thank you so much for your time. We really enjoyed meeting you all today, and look forward to seeing you at more events. So thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you
See
very
you later.
much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.
All right. Another
Yes.
one down. Good job.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you for your sweet comments. You're always so, thank you. I'm always like bashful over here. And
Oh, that's okay. What I wanted to ask you though, could you give me a list? Yeah, I know I sent you that spreadsheet of who was going to be in which breakout group, and I don't think it probably worked out mostly, but because some new people came in and other people didn't come, do you have the list of who was in what group?
for the most part is what you sent.
Okay. So
yeah,
I know
it
like I
listed-
had
we had
Vivian in my
Jasmine.
group.
You had what?
Yeah. I had Vivian in my group.
Right. So she had joined late, and because all the other one, you didn't hardly have anybody in your group originally.
Oh well.
So I was trying to make it even.
That's
so.
fine. That's fine. And then Bobby, I totally forgot Bobby Caskey on my committee was going to be at this meeting. I am just like so bad. So which group did you put her in?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. So Lucy, Bobby, Nicole, and Jasmine all arrived late, and so I just kind of filled them in on the room. So I know I would add Vivian to one.
You added Vivian to mine.
Yeah, so she was in one.
Okay.
So that would have put. Yeah, I don't really remember where I put Lucy, Bobby, Nicole, and Jasmine.
Oh, Nicole Lewis was in mine too.
Okay.
So I can fill that in. Yeah, I just want to, you know, I'll send this whole list out and I'll just say, I'm not sure what group you were in. So
yeah.
Bobby and Lucy, figure out where you were. And
yeah, I don't remember what,
accordingly.
I just kind of put them in a room as they were joining. But I was just trying to make the rooms even.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I hope you get over your runny nose.
Oh gosh, sinus infection. I'm about ready to lose it. I'm like,
oh God. Oh God.
So.
All righty, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks.
Talk to you
Have a good
later.
one.
Sure.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.